The 5 psychological traps that silently destroy every Forex trader's account. Let me be honest with you. The biggest reason you're not profitable in Forex is not your strategy. It's not your indicator. It's not your entry model. And it's definitely not the market. It's you. Not in a motivational way, in a deeply uncomfortable, honest way. Because the market doesn't destroy accounts. Psychology does, silently, repeatedly, predictably. And the dangerous part? Most traders never even realize it's happening. Here's what nobody tells you. You don't lose money in Forex because you don't know enough. You lose money because you can't consistently execute what you already know. You've studied charts, you've watched videos, you've seen your setup play out perfectly, without you. Or worse, you entered and sabotaged it halfway. So the problem isn't knowledge. The problem is the gap between knowing and doing. And that gap is filled with psychological traps. Let's break them down. Trap number 1, the need to be right. Let me be honest with you. You don't actually want to make money. You want to be right. There's a difference. Old behavior. You enter a trade and immediately start defending it. You ignore invalidation signals. You move your stop loss just to avoid being wrong. New behavior. You accept being wrong quickly because you trust the process. Your ego is tied to your trades. A losing trade feels like a personal failure. So instead of cutting losses, you protect your identity. A trader sees a perfect sell setup. Price goes against him slightly. Instead of accepting the loss, he widens his stop. Now the small loss becomes a blown account. The market rewards humility, not intelligence. If being right is more important to you than making money, you will pay for it. This is where it changes. The moment you detach your identity from your trades, you become dangerous in a good way. Trap number 2. The fear of missing out, FOMO. If you felt this, you're not alone. You open your chart, price is already moving fast, and something inside you says, enter now or you'll miss it. Old behavior. You chase trades, you enter late, you ignore your plan. New behavior. You wait, calmly, patiently, even if it means missing trades. Your brain is wired to avoid regret. Missing a trade feels worse than losing one, so you act impulsively. A trader watches gold explode without him. He jumps in late, right before the reversal. Loss. Again. Open-ended quote. Opportunities in the market are like buses. Another one is always coming. Close quote. If you can't wait for your setup, you don't deserve the profit it brings. Imagine becoming the trader who doesn't chase, the one who waits while others panic. That's where consistency lives. Trap number 3, cutting winners short. This one is subtle and deadly. Let me be honest with you. You don't have a losing strategy. You have a fear of winning big. Old behavior. You close trades too early. You secure small wins just to feel safe. New behavior. You let your winners breathe based on your plan. You've experienced loss so many times that profit feels temporary, so you rush to secure it. Your trade is up 20 pips, your target is 80 pips, but you close at 20. Then price hits full target without you. Again. Open-ended quote. Most traders are not afraid of losing, they're afraid of giving back profit. Close quote. You don't grow your account by being right often. You grow it by maximizing the few times you are right. This is where it changes. When you stop trading to feel good and start trading to execute properly. Trap number 4, revenge trading. This one destroys accounts fast. Let me be honest with you. After a loss, you don't want strategy. You want revenge. Old behavior. You take another trade immediately. You increase lot size. You abandon your rules. New behavior. You step away, you reset, you detach. Loss triggers emotional pain, and your brain seeks relief instantly. So you trade again, not to win, but to erase the feeling. A trader loses 2% on a setup. Angry, he enters another trade without confirmation, then another. Within hours, 10% gone. Open-ended quote, "Revenge trading is not a strategy, it's emotional gambling." Close quote. If you can't sit with the discomfort of a loss, you will multiply it. If you've done this before, pause, reflect, and be honest. Trap number 5, inconsistency in execution. Here's the silent killer, not losing, not even bad strategy, inconsistency. Old behavior. You follow your plan sometimes, other times you improvise. New behavior. You execute your edge the same way every time. You're chasing certainty. When one trade loses, you doubt your system, so you tweak, adjust, change, and destroy your consistency. A trader has a proven setup, wins 3 trades, loses 1, then abandons the system, starts over, cycle repeats. Open-ended quote, "Consistency is what turns probability into profit." Close quote. You don't need a better strategy, you need a more disciplined version of yourself. This is where it changes, when you stop chasing perfection and start mastering repetition. Let me tell you a story. There was a trader, let's call him Daniel. Daniel knew his strategy, back-tested it, forward-tested it. It worked, but he couldn't make money. Why? Because every time he entered a trade, he interfered. He moved stops, closed early, chased entries. One day, he got tired, not of losing money, but of losing control. So he made one decision. For the next 30 days, I will not focus on profit. I will only focus on execution. No overtrading, no revenge, no early exits. Just clean, disciplined trades. The first week, nothing special. Second week, he noticed something. Less stress, more clarity. By the end of the month, he wasn't just profitable, he was different. Calm, detached, precise. That's the shift. Let me ask you something. Which of these traps hit you the hardest? Be honest. Is it FOMO, cutting winners, revenge trading? Drop it in the comments. Not for me, for you. Because awareness is the first step to control. And if this is hitting you deeply, take a second, like the video. Not out of obligation, but as a commitment to becoming better. Here's the truth most traders avoid. You don't become profitable by learning more. You become profitable by becoming someone else. Someone who accepts losses without emotion, waits without pressure, executes without hesitation, thinks in probabilities, not outcomes. Imagine becoming that trader, not stressed, not reactive, not desperate, but calm, precise, unshakable. That version of you, it already exists. You just have to grow into it. Let me leave you with this. You're not far from profitability. You're just a few disciplined decisions away, repeated consistently. Not perfect trades, not perfect weeks, just better behavior day by day, trade by trade. This is where it changes. When you stop trying to win every trade and start trying to become the kind of person who can't be broken by the market. So if this message resonated with you, don't just watch and move on. Subscribe, because this channel is not about hype, it's about transformation. And if you stay here long enough, you won't just become a better trader, you'll become a different person entirely.